All right, so this is Bookshare's webinar on using Bookshare's special collections at home, specifically designed towards parents who may be helping out their kids with distance or virtual learning this school year. Real quick, just a little background on Bookshare. Bookshare is an accessible ebook library for people who read differently. We have over 900,000 titles, all available in multiple formats, including audio and highlighted text. That includes textbooks, books for assigned and pleasure reading, books for upskilling, and all qualified US students of any age can use Bookshare for free, and we offer customized reading on nearly any device. The demonstration I will be doing today is specifically for students with individual memberships. If your student only has an account through school, I have included a link on how to sign your child up for an individual membership, and these slides will be sent out after the presentation. Some of the reading options include Chromebooks or computers using the Bookshare web reader in Chrome, Safari, or Edge. You can add in Text Helps Read and Write or Snap and Read to make that experience a little bit more exciting. There's also the Capti Voice Reader, which has a freemium model. There's a free version and then an upgraded premium version. And you can also download the books in Microsoft Word. If you're using an iPad or iPhone, you can use a few different apps. There's Dolphin Easy Reader, which is free and is also available for Android. Capti Voice also has an app version with a similar free and premium upgraded model. And then there's Voice Stream Reader, which is $14.99 on iOS and I believe $9.99 on Android. Now to the point of today's session. So what are special collections? Bookshare has a wide variety of special collections, which are staff-curated public reading lists centered around topics, reading levels, series, and awards. These lists can be anywhere from 10 books to hundreds of books. And the big benefit of these special collections is that they allow your child to independently find a book that interests them, and they can begin reading in the format that works for them right away. Where can you find special collections? There's a couple places you can find them on the Bookshare website, and a couple of ways that you can experience them. So you should be seeing the Bookshare website. I'm hoping I shared correctly. If not, please let me know in the chat. When I log into my Bookshare, I can go up to where the search bar is, and there is a browse button. And this brings up some of the staff's favorite special collections. This includes the New York Times bestsellers, popular series, and you can see they're also separated by category. So we have our kids section, our teen section, teachers, adults, awards, and then some more resources below. Going back up to the kids, you can click on one of these series landing pages to find more lists, such as this one. Or you can just view all of our kids' collections. This hashtag will show all of the kids. There's a similar one for teens, it's hashtag teens, and one hashtag adults as well. Here you can view all of the special collections we have available. We currently have 174 just for kids that have a wide range. One of my personal favorites is the books to film list. These are books that were turned into movies or TV shows, and they're all PG and PG-13, including Little Women, Just Mercy, All the Bright Places, some great books. So if you're looking with your child and they say, oh yeah, I really want to read all of these books before I go see the movie, there's this little Wi-Fi symbol up here at the top That's the subscribe button. Once they're subscribed, they can then immediately go and read these books and pull it up in the web reader or download it in their preferred format. One of the nice other benefits is that now in the My Reading Lists view, we can see the reading lists I've subscribed to. So Books to Film and the Calvin Coconut series. If you're using Dolphin Easy Reader, additionally, you can view these reading lists once you're subscribed to them. However, you do have to subscribe to the special collections through a web browser. And then here we see the book pull right up, and we're right at the introduction. And so and then this is just written descriptions on how to search through special collections. So yeah, going back to the browse page, I want to highlight a couple of the great starter lists. The popular series landing page has a lot of the popular book series that kids love. The Magic Treehouse list, for example, is a great one. 64 books right away. And this helps a lot to kind of narrow down our really massive collection into just what your kid is looking for. This will help a lot if they're looking for free reading books for school, independent reading, things like that. I also want to point out our high interest books for young readers. These are books that have lower level vocabulary. So if you have a struggling reader, these are great too, to help out your elementary and middle school kids. Find books at their interest level that are a little bit easier for them to read. At this point, I'm going to open it up for questions. If you would like to unmute and ask a question, feel free. If you would like to type your question instead, you can do so in the chat or the Q&A feature. And first up is Michelle's question, which is, how do I access Bookshare? Can I do it on my son's Kindle? I would say that the Kindle experience is not the easiest Bookshare experience. It's a lot easier to use either the web browser or one of the partner apps that I mentioned on an iOS or Android device. There isn't a Kindle app per se that you can use to access Bookshare directly.
Yeah, let me see.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear that question. Are there any questions or anything else I can show you on the Bookshare website since we're here? All right, if there are no questions, oh. Okay, Debbie, hi. I got on a little late. How do you initiate a collection? So if you would like to create your own special collection or reading list, you can do that. you would go to my Bookshare. Sorry, I went to the wrong button. My reading lists, and I actually already have one called My Favorites right here. And you can either add books here through the search. So I want to read Where the Red Fern Grows. I think that's the name of the title, right? Yeah. And add that to my collection this way. Or I can use the search feature and hit add to reading list, and then select the reading list I'd like to add the book to. As far as using the special collections that the staff creates, that's through our browse page, finding the collection you want, for example, New York Times children's bestsellers. And then there's this backwards Wi-Fi symbol that will subscribe you to that list. All right, next up, Nikhil, how long can students keep books? So there is no loan limit per se for a book. Once they download that book, they have access to that file as long as they have the file on their computer or device that they're using. There's no expiration date exactly. Of course, if they switch devices, they might have to download the book again. Next up, what is Daisy text and what is the difference between all of the ways a book can be read? So Daisy text is a file format that is used with specific accessible devices. If you do not use Daisy or are not familiar with it, it's probably not going to be the file format you would like. We have EPUB, which is the iBooks format, ebook format. Microsoft Word is also very popular with students, and the web reader in browser option is also fantastic. We access through Easy Reader. How can you get it to save your space when you switch devices? Debbie, that is a great question. Unfortunately, that is the limitations of Dolphin, and that is on Dolphin's developers. Bookshare has no control over that, unfortunately. And I don't know if they have plans to create that kind of device switching option. But I would definitely say reach out to them and see what the options are. How do you save your spot in the same device? It depends on the software you're using. I do know Dolphin generally will save the chapter I'm in, but not necessarily the exact page I'm on. You can also use bookmarks on Dolphin, and I believe in VoiceStream as well. If you forgot your username and password, you can contact our support team through our help center. It has our phone number at the bottom, or you can email us as well. Our hours for customer service are 9 to 5, Monday through Friday Pacific time. Yes, okay, sorry. There are several questions in the chat right now, and they're all similar but slightly different, which is great. If your son uses his iPad, I would recommend downloading either Dolphin Easy Reader or VoiceStream Reader or Capti Voice, one of the 3 partner apps. And those connect directly to Bookshare. So he would sign in with his Bookshare account, and then it'll automatically download the correct file format for him. And it'll use that text-to-speech built in. Let me reshare with sound, and I'm hoping this will work so that we can get a sense of how the web reader works. So this is just the beginning of a book. I can navigate through the table of contents on the left side here or go to a specific page number. These left and right arrow buttons go between sections. And then there are a few settings I can change. So I can change the font size, and I would rather have a black background with white text. That helps me read a little bit better. And I don't want a lot of words on the page, so I want to make my margins a lot bigger. I'm going to slow my voice down a little bit so that I can make sure I catch every word. And then this chat button, I guess, text box.
3. Introduction. Higher ground. I wasn't prepared to meet a condemned man. In 1983, I was a 23-year-old student at Harvard Law School working in Georgia on an internship, eager and inexperienced and worried that I was in over my head.
So that's how the web reader works. I'm specifically on a Microsoft PC or a Dell PC, and these are the Microsoft voices that came with the computer, and that's what you're hearing. On the partner apps, they have their own voices, and those voices sound different, and I would say better than the Microsoft voices. They're a little bit more natural, although they are still text-to-speech synthetic voices. Is the username password for Dolphin the same as it is with Bookshare? So you will have to create a Dolphin account, and you can use the same email address if you would like. And then when you log into Bookshare through Dolphin, you'll use your regular Bookshare login, yeah. What do you recommend to use to read on Fire tablet? That is a great question that I don't have an answer to immediately. However, I do recommend our help center. It has a ton of information on, recommended reading tools and information on how to use Bookshare books with your Kindle device as well. All right, that was a great flood of questions. Are there any others I can cover in the next 10 minutes or so? Can any of the reader programs read graphic novels? Unfortunately, it is not currently possible. This is a tough question. So generally we don't have the ability to make graphic novels fully accessible because they are such a highly visual format. We're hoping to change that in the future, but unfortunately for now, we are limited in that respect. Some tools will give you the option or will read out, image descriptions or alt text that are available in a book. However, a lot of publishers don't currently create those for all of their books. How will the slides be sent out? You will receive an email with the slides, I believe as a PDF in the next day or so. Any other questions I can answer? All right. With that being said, I'll give you 9 minutes back in your day. Thank you so much for joining, and please be on the lookout for these slides. Thanks so much.